Hello, my friend. Welcome back to Simple English Stories. Today, I want to share something very special with you. It is not a lesson, not a list of rules, not even advice. It is a story. My story. The story of how I went from zero to fluent in English. I was not born into English. English was not the language of my family, not the language of my street, not the language of my friends. When I first heard English, it sounded like music. Fast, strange, and impossible to follow. I remember sitting in front of the television, listening to an English movie. People were laughing, talking, shouting, but I understood nothing. It felt like standing in front of a big wall with no door, and I thought to myself, maybe I will never cross this wall. But something inside me wanted more. I wanted to travel, to make friends around the world, to read books, to understand songs, to watch movies, to open new doors in my life. And for that, I needed English. So my journey began. At first, it was slow, very slow. I started with one word, just one word a day. I kept a notebook. On the first page, I wrote, hello. On the second page, goodbye. On the third page, thank you. Small, simple words, but for me, they were keys. Every new word was like a new key to open the world a little more. Then I started to listen. Every morning, I listened to English songs. I didn't understand the lyrics, but I enjoyed the music. I repeated the sounds even when I didn't know the meaning. Later, I found the words online, wrote them down, and sang along. Music became my first English teacher. Then came movies. At first, I watched with subtitles in my own language, but slowly I switched to English subtitles. Then one day, I tried without any subtitles at all. I didn't understand everything, but I understood enough to smile. I felt proud of myself. Speaking was the hardest part. I was shy. I was afraid of mistakes. My tongue felt heavy, my mouth felt dry, but I knew I had to try. So I started with myself. I stood in front of the mirror and practiced. Good morning. How are you? I am fine. Thank you. I repeated these lines every day. It was simple, but it gave me courage. Later, I found friends online who wanted to practice too. We talked slowly, we laughed at mistakes, and we grew together. Writing came next. I started with one sentence in a diary every night. Today was a sunny day. I ate rice and chicken. I talked with my friend. Slowly, my sentences grew longer. Writing helped me organize my thoughts. It showed me where I was weak and where I was strong. And then the biggest change happened. I started to think in English. At first, only for 5 minutes a day, I would walk down the street and name things in English. This is a car. That is a shop. I am walking. I am tired. It felt strange at first, but slowly my brain became comfortable. I stopped translating. I started living in English. Year by year, habit by habit, mistake by mistake, I grew. I fell many times, but I stood up again. I cried some days, but I smiled the next. And after many years, I reached a point where I could finally say, I am fluent. But here's the truth. Fluency does not mean perfection. Even today, I make mistakes. Even today, I learn new words. Even today, I face challenges. But fluency means confidence. It means you can express your ideas, your feelings, your story. It means you can connect with people. So my journey from zero to fluent was not fast. It was not easy. But it was beautiful. And if I can do it, you can do it too. My friend, I want you to remember one thing. English is not a subject, not a punishment, not a wall. It is a door. And every time you read, listen, speak, write, or think in English, you are pushing that door open a little more. One day, you will step through it, and on the other side, you will find a new world waiting for you. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope it gives you courage, hope, and motivation for your own journey. This is Simple English Stories, and I believe in you.